Almost everything. 84.
Hey guys, Dan is Almost Everything 84, and today I have a review of choice here. As you can see, I have a lot of vegetables out. I have a juicer going, and I'm going to review the Suja 12 Essentials juice. Now I've been juicing for years now, and usually I'll make my own juice like you see here. But a lot of times you'll go to Whole Foods, you go anywhere these days, and you'll see, types of juice that are out there. This is just one brand. There's got to be hundreds now at this point. But some of them are better than others, and I always look for the ones that have the lowest sugar in them. This one has 4 grams a serving. There's 2 servings in here, and the bottle is 16 ounces. But I always wondered, what are they putting in here? Is it mostly water? Are you really getting what you pay for? Because these aren't cheap. They could be, this one for instance could be $7.99. And I don't know. I'm questioning the authenticity of the juice market in general. So what I've done, and they put what they have on here, not the ingredients of just all the juices, but they actually said this bottle, 12 Essentials, was made from an average of 6 celery stalks, 3/4 of cucumber, 4 collard greens, green leaves, half a lemon, 2 kale leaves, 3/4 green chard leaf, 10 sprigs of parsley, half an inch of ginger, half a romaine lettuce leaf, half a green lettuce leaf, 1/4 cup of mint tea, and 1/4 cup of spinach. So what I've done is I've gotten all the ingredients that they've said, all laid out here. The ginger, I'm going to cut this 3/4. Who knows what size cucumber they're using? It could be tiny. 10 sprigs of parsley. I ripped the leaf in half so they could have the leaves. Got the kale, the 6 stalks of celery, the green leaves. And then as far as when they said a cup of spinach and a cup of mint, I juiced them already. So we have the 1/2 cup, or I should say 1/4 cup, they said, of the mint, and 1/4 of the spinach as well. So we'll throw that into the mix, and let's see how much it actually comes out to be. I'm going to run it through this juicer right here, the Omega, and we'll see if it's real. All right, we're powered up. Let's kick it off. There goes the Swiss chard. Not too much out of that. Let's get all the parsley in there. And I was very generous with my portions. I picked the big stuff. Who knows how big the parsley and the celery and all that crap they use. The kale. Piece of kale here. Now for the celery. Celery, in my opinion, is the biggest waste in these things. It's a base, but it adds the most water. Got probably the least nutrition value doing these. And it's going to fill it up tremendously. And I always fear that's what these juices are. They're mostly celery, or they like to use carrots, or an apple or something, or a couple apples, and it's just a waste of money. Not really getting that much benefits. You can see it's really filling it up. Celery is mostly water. And who knows if they use smaller stalks in this. I use the biggest ones I could find. Just trying to stay giving them benefit of the doubt that they're using somewhat quality. Going up here. Take the green lettuce. Right in there. And these are gigantic. I mean, who knows if they're really using that stuff of that size, but we're gonna see. Let's just do a double check here. Yep. 4 collard green leaves. They're big ones. I have to rip these in half. And we'll check back in a little bit. Alright, I needed 2 hands for that, so I jammed all that stuff through. Actually getting pretty high here. So I diced up the cucumber, 3/4 of a cucumber. This is, again, usually a pretty good boost because there's a lot of water in these things. Goes in there. Get that going. The only thing left is the mint, the spinach, and half the lemon, which I'll squeeze in there. Oh, and the ginger, which we'll throw in right now. All right. So let's shut down for a second. And that stuff in there. Comes the mint. 4th cup. A lot of ways to do the lemon, but we'll just squeeze as much as we can out of this thing. Okay, good color. Good color here. Let's compare to a full one. Alright, so I just took a full one out. Wow, what a difference. 12 Essentials. Although it's settled on the bottom, you could see it mostly doesn't look as nutritious as mine. But what I'll do is I'll take this and I'll pour it into their empty bottle, and let's do a little comparison. Well, that's interesting. So I made much more than 16 ounces with what they said is in their juice. I mean, I have another half a cup almost or more left. I even spilled some all over the place while I was doing the transfer. You know, what does that say? Well, it could say a couple things. One, the ingredients I chose were much larger. You know, the cucumber was larger, the celery, everything. You know, the leaves, because they don't get specific, right? They just say half of this, 3/4 of that. You know, what the hell does that even mean? It could be the smallest stuff. I'd also say, you know, theirs is definitely dominated by a base. I mean, you could just see, this is all the real green just settling on the bottom. And I'll allow mine to sit, and let's see what it looks like. But you could just clearly see the difference. How like these juice companies, you know, are just stealing our money. I mean, they're making so much money. You're not getting the nutrition you would get if you just did it yourself. Even if you look at like the back and you just look at some of the stuff in here, like 6%, 8%. I mean, times it by 2 because they say 2 servings, but it's very low based on what should be in here, in my opinion. So we'll come back. We're gonna let this settle and we'll compare them. All right, we're back now. It's been a few hours. I can't say that this one really changed too much in its look. This is the one that juiced with all the ingredients that they said that's in this one. Almost see through this one. You certainly can't on the one we did ourselves. So what does this mean? Well, let's taste them. Well, let me shake this one up. See if it's, you could shake it up. Colors are similar, almost the same. This one's a little bit darker. This one will settle back down though. And this one, doesn't matter what you do, it stays this color. So let's pour them out in a glass and see what they look like. All right, now that we've shaken them up, so this is store-bought. After I've shaken it up. One we made. Clearly a difference. It's a little more duller. So definitely brighter green. Let's give it a taste. I always find this, a pleasant taste. I could definitely, very strong on the lemon and hint of ginger. Let's try the one we just made. It just tastes completely different. Way more parsley. I don't really taste the ginger at all. Barely any lemon. Way more of that like green grass taste. So definitely differences in the taste, difference in the look. So what does that, what does this all mean? To me, there's a couple problems that can exist. One, the method they're juicing it by. I'm sure they have giant machines that are juicing this very quickly. They also do that high pressure, cold pressure thing to preserve it in a way. The size of all the produce that they're using, I have no idea. And, there's a lot of other variables. They also use 2% water, I would assume, because it says 98% juice on the back. And then it does say purified water, so I'm assuming the 2% is that. I don't know. But I can tell you, with certainty that the one on the left that we made is way more nutritious than this. And, I bought everything for this juice with leftovers to make several juices for all week for $20 from ShopRite. And this is $7.99 for one, with a fraction of probably what's in it. I mean, my assumption is that they're using, like, the celery and the cucumber is dominating this. And all the other things are kind of just thrown in there for color. And then water. So it's tough to say. I've emailed them. I haven't gotten an answer back. I get like some generic thing. So, and their other ones are worse. I mean, if you get the ones with the fruit in it, this is the best one I could find with the least amount of sugar. If you get the other ones with apples and crap in them, I mean, you're basically just drinking like sugar and mostly it's all from that juice. I mean, you'll find like 40 grams of sugar in a lot of that stuff, and that goes for all of them that are out there. The ones they sell at Starbucks, Evolution, like, they're all the same. So, if this does anything for you, I just wanted to verify what's in it, and I can't make the right comparison here, taking exactly what they're saying. So I have to go with that. It's not completely accurate. So I hope this helps you a little bit. Thanks.